time to settle an age-old debate. Who's more polite? Americans or Brits? We're diving deep into the world of manners, cultural quirks, and just a touch of pretense. Grab your tea or coffee. This is going to get spicy.
Americans kick things off with a cheerful, "Hey, how are you?" But let's be honest, they're not sticking around for your life story. It's like a socially accepted auto-reply, much like saying LOL when you're barely smiling.
British people, on the other hand, opt for a casual "all right," which isn't even a real question. It's just a polite nod to acknowledge your existence.
So who's more polite? The one pretending to care, or the one who's low-key judging you?
If there's one thing Brits have mastered, it's the art of saying sorry, even when it's not their fault. They'll apologize when someone steps on their foot.
Americans, meanwhile, are more selective with their sorries. They might not apologize as often, but they'll give you a friendly "no worries," even when they're actually fuming inside.
So, is over-apologizing genuine politeness, or is it just a defense mechanism to avoid confrontation?
Let's talk money. Americans tip for almost everything. Good service, bad service, or simply existing. It's practically an unspoken tax on dining out.
In the UK, tipping is more reserved, and you're not shelling out extra cash for someone to simply bring your food to the table. Brits see tipping as a reward for excellent service, not a given.
So, is American generosity a display of gratitude, or is it a guilt-driven social obligation?
The British queue, where everyone knows their place, and no one dares cut in.
It's the ultimate test of British patience and politeness.
Americans, however, treat lines like a loose suggestion, especially at airports or Black Friday sales.
So, is the British queue a display of respect, or just a deeply ingrained societal fear of breaking the rules?
Saying goodbye. For real this time. Americans say goodbye like it's a marathon. Bye. See you later. Take care. Text me.
Brits keep it short and sweet with a simple cheers, or take care, and they're off. There's no prolonged exit strategy, just a polite nod and exit.
So, who's really polite? The one who lingers, or the one who makes a clean break?
The politeness hierarchy. Who's really in charge? While Brits pride themselves on a stiff upper lip and flawless etiquette, Americans are champions of friendliness and charm.
But friendliness doesn't always equal politeness. Brits might seem cold initially, but once you break through that exterior, they're as warm as a freshly brewed cup of tea.
Americans, meanwhile, are quick to engage, but sometimes fall short on follow-through. Is it better to have genuine politeness, even if it takes longer to see, or instant friendliness that may not last? The hidden side of politeness. Let's not forget, cultural politeness often masks deeper societal quirks.
Brits use politeness to avoid conflict, while Americans use friendliness to build quick connections, even if those connections are fleeting. It's not just about who's more polite. It's about what politeness means in different cultures.
Politeness in the US might be about making people feel welcome, while in the UK, it's about keeping things orderly and civil. So, who's really more polite? The Brits with their queues and endless sorries, or the Americans with their tipping habits and cheerful greetings? The truth is, both cultures have their own unique brand of politeness. One's not necessarily better than the other. But that doesn't mean we can't have a bit of fun debating it. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are Brits truly polite, or just masters of avoidance? Are Americans genuine, or just putting on a show? Let's hear it!